Hey everyone.
Looks class.
Yes, this looks good.
Let me show her the medicine.
Hey everyone. Hey. So good to see everyone. Hey comrades. So, hello? Can you hear me? Everyone can hear? Yes? Oh, okay, 1 second.
They can hear us. Stan, can you hear us?
We can hear, yes. So you're now also the co-host. So I don't know what that means, but I think it means you have more control, right? Or okay. Wonderful to be back, comrades. So today we haven't been in your class for a while. Is there a look back there? Is it? Okay, I see a look back there. Okay. So I'm here also with my comrade Nicole Levesque, and I know that you've already been introduced to Nicole. And I call Nicole also yourselves, and also Nicole, my comrade. And we talk about ourselves as comrades because we stand by each other and we stand with each other, and we support each other as a people, as a community. And we know that we come here at a time where you're feeling pain. Many of us are feeling a lot of hurt, and we share that hurt, and that hurt becomes ours. And so we support you, and we want to be with you, we want to defend you, and we want to be by your side in this time. We know that you have lost a loved one, Thane. We know that Thane was close to you. We know that it was an inspiration to you. We know that you loved Thane. So right now we are going to take this time and this moment to bring a sacredness to our space, our collective space. And so right now I'm going to then hand it over now. I'm going to say enough now, and I'm going to hand it over to my sister in the struggle for social justice, Nicole Levesque. So Nicole, please take it from here.
Hi, everyone. How are you all feeling right now? Good. I want to say it's an honor to be here with you. I wish I could be there in person, but I know right now with the pandemic that can't happen. But it's beautiful to see you in your classrooms, wearing your masks and taking care of each other. Did you see the film Awakenings not long ago? Was that shown? Yep. Did you? My family. Yep. My family was in that, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I know, you know the land acknowledgement from the school and heard, but that kind of gave a different story to what a land acknowledgement is. And I wanted to, before we have a ceremony, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about our different ways of knowing a land acknowledgement. And before I talk to what that is for me and the way that I see it, is it okay if I ask you, all of you, what a land acknowledgement means to you? Just maybe a few of you can speak about that. When you think of the land acknowledgement, what does that mean to you?
Hold on, Nicole. Yep. Before we continue, I want you to know we have tobacco down. There's lavender, there's sage, and there's some sweet grass. We're going to ask for some. This is traditionally we would offer this to you for your services and your kindness. So we're virtually you. I'm going to burn it in the center of the circle. So while we're in ceremony and we're receiving your amazing teachings, we're going to be also having the support from our ancestors.
Okay, and that when this smudge starts too, just to be in unity, because we'll do it while we dance as well. I'll offer the tobacco in when we dance, but we have our smudge here too. So we'll light it at the same time. So we're in unison with all of you.
Tell me when, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I'm ready.
So let everybody count down with me. 1, 2, 3. I think you have the good sage, Nicole. We're gonna need it. Medicine.
I got both of them in here, the buffalo and the prairie one, but this one, the prairie does, because there are that 2 kinds, right? Yep. So you can kind of have that smell and that medicine burning. And then maybe you want to, anybody want to share their idea of what, when they hear a land acknowledgement or they do one themselves, what that means to you personally?
Yeah, we have somebody. Okay, send it to you.
Oh, what I think the land acknowledgement means is like you're honoring indigenous people that are on this land. Like you're trying to like help them come back and not be forgotten.
Nice.
Oh, that was beautiful. Anybody else want to share before I share mine, what it means to me?
Acknowledgement, to me, it means how that we should be honoring the people on this land that are indigenous, because we took their land and we cannot claim it as our own. We have to like honor the indigenous people because we share this land.
Good. Oh, here we go.
Great. Well, I think that like here's why we do the land acknowledgement is to like honor the fact that the British took away from people that were already here before us, and that we need to like share the land instead of
Caring of the land. Anybody else? Because I want to make sure everybody has a voice. Anybody else?
Anybody else? Yeah, we have another one. Okay. Indigenous people should not be forgotten when the land was theirs or was ours. They should be forgotten.
We good. Okay, I'm going to share. Is it okay if I share what it means to just to me personally? I know we all have our overall understanding of what a land acknowledgement means, but then we also have what it means to us personally. When we hear even the word land acknowledgement, when we hear one being given, so for me, a land acknowledgement has many different means many different things to me. Of course, it's the same, just as a lot of you brought up. It is an acknowledgement of our first people here. My family is Wendat, and I also, as you saw, if I shared a bit with you, I don't know my birth mother, so I'm not too sure of the ancestry that I have there. But I was raised with my grandma. She's Wendat. My partner Isaiah, who you might saw in the Awakenings video, but also will be singing for us and giving us a bit of a teaching. They're Ojibwe, right? So there's right there 2 of our nations just within our family. So when I hear a land acknowledgement given, I love to hear that acknowledgement of our communities that were here before that settler colonialism came. It also means to me a connection to the land. And I know our comrades here brought that into it too. For me, that's the most important. My grandmother always told me that our relationship to the land itself is very important. And I also, later on in my years, I got teachings from John Trudell, one of our very beautiful spoken word artists, activists within our community. And he shed something else that taught me, that kind of took what I understood of a connection to the land to another level. And it was, we are made up of the same minerals and liquids of the earth. So when we're acknowledging the land, we're actually acknowledging ourselves and our bodies, and the minerals and the liquids that come from the land and will go back into the land. And as we remember our comrade Thane, I did not meet them, but I know that they were very close to all of you. So when that is a part of a land acknowledgement as well, to me, is honoring his same liquids and minerals of the earth, and what that means to go back into the earth, because it's a very sacred journey. It's very sad. So there's that grief that comes with that. So a part of that land acknowledgement does include grief. You know, when we talk about our ancestors who were able to be on the land and have that relationship, there's grief that comes with that. So when we have that smudge that is there, you can also use those medicines. A lot of the times, traditionally, we'll have tobacco. I'll put tobacco into the smudge before I dance to honor all of you and to honor Thane, and to pray. My jingle dress and my daughter Indiana's dress will pray for that healing. But you don't necessarily need tobacco. You know, sometimes we all have our own way to connect to the land, to connect to that life force energy. And that can also be a way, if you're feeling that grief, you can connect to that, whatever it is. When I was your age, maybe a little, and even younger, whenever I would experience grief in any form, whether it was losing a very close loved one, whether it was going through a difficult time in my life, I would look at like the sun, and I would watch the sun in the reflections. Like I can look at it now, right outside our house right now, there's like an electric pole that has like, I don't know, it has all the wires to it. I think it gives us our electricity. I don't know what it does, but I see the sun reflecting off of that. And I can just look and watch into that. And that's my way to help me when the grief becomes too big, because I can feel that feeling of being connected to life. And that's how I do it. You know, all of you will have your own way. And I guess the teaching that I wanted to share is it's right however you feel. Because sometimes when I was in school around that age, when I would kind of stare off, some people used to think that I was strange, used to think I was weird. What are you looking at? And I would be like, just kind of staring at and giving thanks to life's energy. And we can find it all around us. You can find it at the desk you're at, when you look at each other, when you share things with each other, because you being together as a collective is a part of, when we talk about land back, and some of you know what that land back means. You've heard that saying before in our Indigenous communities, what it means to have land back. Yeah, that is not just we want the land back, because we don't have that idea of ownership like that colonial lens does. Like there is, I own this plot of land. It's not the same thing that we think. It's about having that relationship back. And you can have that by right now, just having the collective. So when I see all of you sitting there together and being a class of unity, that makes me feel very, very hopeful. And I want to say proud, but not so much, because there's that kind of sense of pride that comes into it. It's more, I feel admiring, because it's very beautiful to see all of you together in this way, into being a collective and having that shared grief, because it is a very difficult time. And I don't want to say like, I know, you know. So next, what we'll do is I'm going to ask, is it okay if I ask my partner Isaiah to come and sing an honor song for all of you? Is that okay? Those who watch the Awakening videos, you might have seen Isaiah singing in there. Isaiah will introduce himself, so I always want to kind of talk about what I think is so wonderful and great about them, but I don't want to take up too much time, so I'll let Isaiah introduce themselves, and we'll have that honor song, and then I'll explain a little bit about the jingle dress, and why we're dancing. Then Indy and I will dance for you. Isaiah?
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Isaiah Keita. I'm Ojibwe from Mississauga and Blind River. I'm actually born and raised here in Toronto. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about the drum. And in my language, or the Ojibwe language, it is called Odewegan. And what that means, the word Ode is heart. So this is the heartbeat of Mother Earth, they say, the drum. And when we're born, they say that this drum, it calls us. It calls all of us, really. It makes us want to move. It makes us. You get that feeling, that vibration from it. And what that feeling is, I was told, is called it's called blood memory. It's because it's in your body, because you hear that sound for 9 months. That ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. We hear that when we're growing inside our mothers. So that sound in this drum, it goes, it's like hand in hand, they say. And just a little bit about the singing. It's to mimic the spirits. That's why it's such a high pitch, they say. But yeah.
We're gonna maybe sing an honor song for Thane, but did anybody, wait, Isaiah, before you go,
Yeah,
come
I'm
sit
just
down. Does anybody have a question for Isaiah? Because now he'll be singing lots for us. So before that, does anybody have a question? You can take your time.
Or if you want to think about it, you can ask me a question after too. It's all good.
How does it feel playing the drum?
How does it feel playing? How does it feel playing the drum, right? Was that your question? Just so, okay.
Well, feeling, well, it all depends, like, because sometimes you're sitting there by yourself, it's just you by yourself, and the drum, sometimes sometimes my voice won't be feeling as good, but the drum will bring that power out more. Like I'll be able to sing a little higher, a little louder because of that drum, the feeling that it brings. But it's also, sometimes there's like 10 guys around, so that feeling, it's a little intense, but it's more it gives you energy. It feels like it doesn't take the energy, like a lot of people think it takes a lot out of you, but sometimes I feel like it brings more when you have all that feeling, because then you have everybody else's energy too. If that gives you a little bit of the explanation.
Basically, yeah, it does.
Does anybody else have a question?
Any other questions? No?
Okay, well, Isaiah did, if you think of one before we're done, could have it, or even afterwards. Like if you think of something after we're done with our time with you, oh, please feel free to let Alok know, and then we can be there for you. Now, Isaiah is gonna sing an honor song. Do you want to explain what that is?
Well, you guys might hear some loud beats in the middle, and those are called, they call them honor beats, and what they are is they're honoring the thunder beings, and that's why they're so that loud, because they're part of creation, those thunder beings. And the honor song is just we would sing these songs in times of people passing. We would sing to honor them and honor what their life, what they've lived, and their spirit. Just many different things. We'd honor people in their journeys as they're going on, as they're like, they get an eagle feather or something, just even passing a grade. Like it's to honor you, honor your spirit and your being, and remember those things.
And before I say, since one thing that I wanted to share with all of you is, however you feel when you hear the song, you hear the voice, you hear the drum, however your body moves is okay. Sometimes Isaiah and I used to come into lots of spaces with all different ages. And sometimes people might cry. Sometimes people might laugh. And one of the things is laughing. Sometimes others are like, don't do that, that's not nice. But it's okay. It's your body's way of moving. And it's your body's way of expressing, because we have our emotions that come in many different ways. So I just wanted to share that with you, because some of you might have heard this type of singing before. Some of you may not, or maybe some of you have never had it in your class, and especially not maybe not heard it for your comrade that who is passed. So I just wanted to share that. Okay. There we go.